The diver's head swam as he ran out of oxygen. The limited visibility his helmet provided made it difficult to view his surroundings. Panic began to set in as he failed to find the path back to his base. At this point, it was far too dark for him to see in the murky water. Oxygen deprivation finally overtook his senses as his legs gave out. He collapsed on the sandy sea floor. Unable to move, he laid there motionless. Using the last of his strength, the diver pushed himself onto his back, but tried and failed to stand up again. He felt his blood run cold as a familiar figure entered his view. The zebra moray eel swam over his helmet's porthole, but he had no energy to fight it off. The diver's mind spiraled as the voices grew even louder. It sounded like they were coming directly from the eel. The second that thought came to mind, he heard it start to sing. It was akin to a low humming sound, mixed with a high-pitched voice. The diver pushed himself up, only to slip and fall on his side. Darkness enveloped the corners of his vision. He fought to keep his eyes open, but his consciousness was quickly fleeting. As the diver's eyes flickered one last time, he saw the zebra moray staring through his helmet's porthole. The eel remained totally motionless. The diver's heart stopped once he heard it speak. "Wake up," it said to him. The moment his eyes closed, they shot open again. Only this time, he wasn't wearing his suit. He was laying in bed, having been woken up from the nightmare. Despite it just being a dream, the experience felt unnaturally realistic, so much so that he was still shaking. He finally threw off the covers and swung his legs out of bed. He moved to turn the lights on and flipped the switch, only for nothing to happen. It was an abnormality to lose power in the middle of the night. He'd have to investigate outside the base to find out what happened. He opened his closet and donned his diving gear. After fastening the oxygen tank to his back, he moved to leave the bedroom. The moment he opened the door, he was faced with a still wall of water. Just as the diver was processing what his eyes were seeing, the mass of liquid slammed into him, flooding the room instantly. He could barely comprehend that his station was now fully submerged, and he had nowhere to go. Was this even real? Could he still be dreaming? "No," he heard a voice say. The diver whipped around to see that same zebra moray eel. It was slowly swimming circles around him. Its mouth opened, and words spilled forth. "Here we are again," it said. The diver told himself it was just a hallucination. "No, it's not," the eel told him. As he focused on it, he realized that he wasn't hearing the creature speak. "That's right," it agreed with him. "You're not crazy. At least, not in the way you think." The diver's thoughts were muddled by the voice, making it difficult to think. "It was us. We broke the glass at the laboratory." As the eel spoke, he was assailed by dozens of memories he didn't have, but each one felt real. The footprints, the oxygen tank, the decomposed corpses. It wasn't the first time he had made that journey, and it's not the first time he remembered this. The eel chuckled darkly, as if it found humor in his terror. It swam ever closer, making smaller circles around the diver. "Let me ask you a question," it said. "How can you tell if you're not you? Everyone has a neighbor in their head, but very few choose to listen to its whispers." The eel came extremely close to his helmet's porthole. "I'm different from most. I make them listen," it growled, staring him down as its teeth seemingly grew before his eyes. "And you have been a great listener." The diver gasped as the eel bit into the side of his suit, tearing it open and allowing water to flood inside. He was rapidly losing oxygen, and there was nothing he could do to fight back. His heart raced frantically as he felt the zebra moray swim in his suit and coil around his neck. The last thing the diver saw was its desolate eyes staring just an inch away from his face. "Don't worry," whispered. I'll be your neighbor for a very,